Josephine.
Moments that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy man to the people. You'll enter legend.
I pray I deserve it.
If it's true, may the Maker judge me worthy of the honor.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
You're a good friend.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lord. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Aww. Sorry, had a bit of phlegm in my throat once again. Okay, let's do the rounds as usual. Okay, so we took care of Josephine, we took care of Varric, we took care of the tower. Oh, Liliana, I haven't talked to her. Speaking of my advisors, let's go ahead and see what she has to say. Okay, so I was informed that if I were to talk to Liliana about now, something is going to come up. But thankfully, I have some information that will not make me as anxious to hear these words.
I was wondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
Yes. Now, if I hadn't been told the thing I'd been told in a message, thank you very much, well, quite a couple of messages, actually, then I would be freaking out right now. I'd be like, oh, crap, I already supported Cassandra, and then I'd have to turn her down. But there's an approval system based on all the past choices I've made. So if I support her, no, neither of them are going to be mad at me. if anything, it's going to piss Vivian off, because apparently she is the secret third candidate. But it comes down to something of an election system based on all my past choices, and if I support her, I probably will end up sealing Liliana's fate as divine. Which wouldn't be so bad. Besides, I want to hear her case anyway. And if she does become divine, it would leave Cyrus more time with Cassandra, obviously, which is a good thing, right?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves,
Whoa.
dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
Wow. Okay, Cassandra, you made a great case, but, you know, I'm gonna if it comes down to a vote, I'm just gonna leave it up to the vote. So, you know what? You also have my support.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. The Chantry was a beacon of hope to me once, you know. In my years at Lothering's Chantry, we turned no one away from our doors. It was a refuge, a place of peace. I felt the Maker's presence and his love even when they told me he'd left us. This is the Chantry I know. The Chantry I wish the world to see.
The world needs that Chantry.
The world could certainly use the force for good you describe.
Yes, the Chantry
No,
should
excuse
be
me?
a force for good instead of what it is. The Chantry dictated where it should have inspired. It spoke of judgment instead of acceptance. It should encourage the good in everyone, rather than rebuke us for our sins. No one should be turned away from our doors. No one is without worth. Whoever you are, whatever your mistakes, you are loved unconditionally. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame.
Wow. Oh, all right. Well, oh, okay. So the thing did not show up. The quest to support her as divine. Maybe she won't be then. Who knows? I guess it's going to be up to a devote in the end. Oh boy, I hope neither of them are mad, depending on who wins. And oh boy. Okay, so hopefully I did not make a furball. I supported Cassandra. I'm just gonna go check the war table real quick. It's probably not gonna be there. So oh, not this way. So if push comes to shove, you gotta do what you love, even if it's not a good idea. That's Futurama. Well, yeah, I guess it's just up to whoever becomes divine at this point, because there is a bit of a conversion chart I looked up without spoiling anything, and either it's a tie or I think Liliana's actually ahead based on all the decisions I've made in the past. So yeah, either way, I think they'll make a great divine as long as it's not Vivian, who, as I may or may not have mentioned in the past before, is the secret third divine.
That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
Thanks for your help.
It's been an honor, Paul. Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye. We're kicking this guy's ass.
Yeah! Alright, I love that enthusiasm from you, Bull. So yeah, I'm a little anxious and curious to see just who in the end is going to be divine. But either way, I think it'll be, I think the choice is clear. Or at least made, whether it's clear or not.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
Yeah, painful admission for him.
An admission that did not come easy.
Of course it didn't, because that's elfy elves thing, being the sore losers of history. I never hear the end of it. Like being sad makes them better than me. Turns out they're not victims. They're the same as everyone else. Arseholes. Plus, a big old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
You think Mythal was all lies?
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal?
Of course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah, but what if even some of it is true?
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
I kind of expected that.
Now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
Everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird. If that's all it takes, Carifi's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf. Why are you being so damned elfy? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
I said I'm not her herald.
It's not as if it matters what I believe. I've already denied being the herald.
Not for me to say, yeah. Just saying. Anyway, believe what you want. So long as we kill Carifi fish. Whatever.
Oh boy, that's just it. Every time she says the name, it's funny. No, we got a little bit of a disagreement with her. I mean, I know, yes, I said I embraced the whole Herald thing for judging Sir Ruth, if I remember correctly. I think that called for it, but yeah, I still did deny that I would be the Herald. I mean, especially because we have the proof.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
Yeah, it's confusing.
It's hard for any of us to make sense of. Corypheus is using ancient magic.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
Oh, you did all you could, buddy.
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do. He said, "Thank you."
Aw, Cyrus just sits next to him. Whoa. Oh boy. Okay then. Oh, poor Cole. Seriously, man. He didn't deserve any of that. The real Cole or the new Cole. Really. That just leaves Cassandra, Cullen, Blackwall, blah blah blah.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
If he returns, we'll face him.
Deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
We'll fight together.
We'll face Corypheus together.
There is not another man I would be more proud to fight beside.
Aww.
Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, the man I love, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
Aww. So long as we're
I
together.
don't care what's next, as long as we're together.
And if I am named Divine,
Okay. Of course he changes nothing.
We can still be together.
can we? I'm not so certain. You haven't lost me yet.
No. Go, man, go. You totally both deserve it. Oh, that was sweet. Blackwall? Oh, there you are, buddy. How's it going, man?
Corypheus is able to possess Grey Wardens, so I hear. Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not a real warden.
Very good thing.
It's a blessing. Warden or not, I'd hate to be on the other side of your blade.
Going up against a Darkspawn, and the last thing you want is a Grey Warden.
Ha!
See how these things happen.
We'll talk later, my man.
Perhaps in a bit.
Hey, you've been kind of quiet, Blackwall. I hope everything's all right. Maybe we'll have one last final hurrah talk in the end. All right, last but not least, Cullen. Hey, buddy. Thoughts?
Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against, everything they would have hated.
I feel sorry for them.
I know the Red Templars fight for Corypheus, but I feel sorry for them.
They're barely human now. The Red Lyrian left Samson's mind unaltered. He knew what he was doing. He dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. I pray his information is useful. His life is good for little else.
It's over, man. Let it go.
Samson is everything you say, but it's over. You have to let this go.
Over for us, perhaps. For Samson. Not for those still controlled by Corypheus. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus's army. I might have known something. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them.
We were just discussing that the other day.
You ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become Inquisitor?
I would have joined anyway.
I'd still be here. Well, maybe not here, but I'd be down in the barracks with the other volunteers. I couldn't just sit idle.
No, I don't imagine you could.
Well, I think that's everybody. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. This has been Cam Plays the Inquisition. And if I forgot anybody, I'll make sure to cover it in the next episode. Leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to Get Naughty today. And love yourself, because Cam loves you too. Huzzah!